Breaking news. The first death from coronavirus here in the United States. A man in his 50s dying from COVID-19 infection in Washington state. Authorities describe him as an at-risk patient, but say he had no apparent travel to China. It is one of several new cases.
One person with coronavirus in King County, Washington state, has died. This now makes the first coronavirus death confirmed in the U.S. Also, in just a few minutes, President Donald J. Trump will update Americans on the coronavirus from the White House briefing room. You see right there people poised to get ready for the president's arrival and statement. I'm going to talk this over now with Dr. Celine Gounder. She is a clinical assistant professor. Dr. Celine Gounder. She is a clinical assistant professor of medicine and infectious diseases at NYU School of Medicine. Good to see you. So how significant is this now that we would learn the first U.S. death of coronavirus? Still unclear.
Well, I think as we see this virus spread in the U.S., we are going to see deaths. That's really to be expected. I think what is concerning is that there's been so many delays and we are going to see deaths. There's been so many delays of testings in terms of testing. We're going to see deaths. That's really to be expected. We're going to see deaths.
Despite the valiant efforts of medical professionals
across the world, the novel coronavirus has taken a deadly toll. Untold numbers of people have lost their lives to the pandemic, including a few famous faces.
These are some of the celebrities
who, I think we need to stop debating whether this is an issue. It reminds me of West Africa, where people would say Ebola does not exist. It's not real. We need to move beyond that into, really preparing ourselves for the spread and preparing ourselves for the spread and preparing ourselves for the spread and preparing ourselves for the spread. Death. Going to see death. Preparing ourselves for this. Going to see death. Going to see death.
Preparing ourselves for this. Going to see death. So it's not that these
people were superstitious or ignorant. They didn't trust the messages they were hearing. And
testing kits, there's definitely been a shortage out in California, but I know the Health and Human Services Secretary Alex Azar said yesterday that they are working very hard to get several more thousand kits out that way into any
state that needs it.
Not the coronavirus. We're talking to people and reassure them. You're sick, you're worried, you don't have coronavirus. It's a very, very low chance at this point. We're trying to reassure them. You're sick and reassure them. You're sick, reassure them. You're sick and reassure them. You're sick.
There's testing kits, 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 there's
that way into any
get several more thousand kits.
There's testing kits, there's testing kits,
there's testing kits.
Not the coronavirus. We're talking to people and reassure them. You're sick, you're worried, you don't have coronavirus.